This is happening and you won't believe, but this is actually true. The aliens are here, but this time not in the sky. So where else do they go? Jungle? No, we are talking about a huge alien base-like structure found inside the ocean. Yes, you heard it right. So is it really an alien base or something else? Want to know the answer? Don't worry, friends, the future space is here to clear all your doubts, so stay tuned. We are making unprecedented strides in unraveling the mysteries of the universe, and very soon we will investigate exoplanets, specifically those that have the potential to support life, in order to determine whether or not there is life beyond our home planet. In order to investigate Proxima Centaury, Webb will investigate the Trappist system as well as the constellation Centaurus. And sooner rather than later, we will find out whether or not we are the only ones. But in our search for life beyond Earth, are we ignoring the life that exists in our own oceans? Is there an excessive amount of emphasis placed on space travel? Let me start off with a true story that I found in the archives. The Soviet Union was falling apart at the same time that the Russian Navy declassified its records of UFO sightings during the Cold War. According to the reports, 50% of UFO sightings were associated with waters of the ocean, while only 15% were associated with lakes. According to the report, the unidentified flying objects had a propensity to remain over bodies of water. That makes a great deal of intuitive sense. Water is essential for maintaining life as we know it, and water might be the only thing that both our species and the aliens share in common. On multiple occasions, the radars installed on Russian submarines gave readings of material objects moving at incredible speeds. The speeds that were calculated came out to approximately 230 knots, which is equivalent to about 400 kilometers per hour. Even on the surface, traveling at such a high speed presents a challenge. Whatever they were not subject to the rules that govern our universe. The personnel of the Russian Navy was left scratching their heads because they were aware that neither the US nor any other nation was spying on their waters. Ocean UFOs reportedly made frequent appearances wherever Russian or NATO fleets were concentrated, as one veteran of the Russian Navy Intelligence Service explained. Near Bahamas, Bermudas, Puerto Rico, still, the Caribbean Sea, the deepest part of the Atlantic Ocean, and the southernmost point of the Bermuda Triangle are the places where people have reported seeing them the most frequently. Lake Baikal in Russia is the deepest freshwater body in the world, and it is also one of the places where people frequently report having UFO encounters. The fishermen have reported seeing powerful lights coming from the depths of the water as well as objects flying up from the water. In one instance, which took place in 1982, a group of military divers who were receiving training at Baikal came across a group of humanoid creatures dressed in metallic suits. The encounter took place 50 meters below the surface, and the divers attempted to apprehend the unknown individuals. 3 of the 7 men passed away, and 4 others were left in critical condition after the incident. In the meantime, everyone is aware of the mysterious occurrences that took place in the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle over the course of many years, prior to the point where they almost abruptly ceased. On the ocean floor, mysterious holes have recently been discovered, which has scientists scratching their heads. So what did the oceanography say? Oceanographers made the discovery of these holes earlier this year, and to this day they have no clue as to what caused them or how they came to be. However, those who study UFOs are certain that the peculiar markings are evidence of visits by extraterrestrial beings. We have had a long-standing suspicion that extraterrestrial beings are using the ocean as a cover to conceal themselves while independently investigating our planet. Because these holes appear to be closely aligned in a pattern that regularly repeats itself, and with tiny piles of sediment piled around them, there is no other explanation that can adequately explain them. The author of the book UFOs, A Fundamental Truth, Anna Whitty, has stated in the past that it is possible that aliens have always been here, and that they are hiding out beneath the ocean for their own safety. She stated that if they did this, they would escape disasters that devastate the globe every several thousand years, which would mean that they would be more protected and that their technology and intelligence could continue on an upwards trajectory. The holes were discovered by the crew of the Explorer vessel operated by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration while they were investigating the Mid-Atlantic Range, which is a mostly unexplored region of the seafloor that is a part of the world's largest mountain range. On the other hand, this is not the first time that these mysterious spots have been observed. During a dive in 2004, marine researchers working for the U.S. National Marine Fisheries Service discovered the peculiar hollows that were located on the ocean floor. Researchers from NOAA stated that these holes have been previously reported in the region, but the origin of their mystery continues to be unknown. Although they almost appear to have been made by humans, the little piles of sediment that can be seen around the holes give the impression that they were dug out by something. Due to the fact that we are only familiar with 5% of the ocean's total volume, its many oceans and other bodies of water serve as ideal hiding places for these organisms. When compared, we know significantly more about the terrain of the Moon and Mars than we do about our own oceans. This is the ideal place for them to conceal themselves and flourish. Consider the implications. The Earth is an exceptionally fortunate planet. In its 4.5 billion years on this planet, life has managed to overcome almost every possible existential threat, with the exception of a supernova. It is believed that when it was still a protoplanet, it was involved in a collision with another protoplanet, and that the aftermath of that collision can still be found deep within its mantle. Earth has survived all of the cosmic trauma it has been subjected to, from its traumatic birth to asteroids throwing lethal punches that wiped out more than just the dinosaurs. Despite all of this, Earth is still here today. Not to mention the fact that our Sun is a middle-aged star that has not yet transformed into a red giant and consumed all of humanity. We still have at least another 7 to 8 million years until it bares its blazing fangs and starts coming after us and them. In addition, considering that human beings are merely infants in comparison to the first multicellular beings to emerge on the planet, it is possible that there are beings living deep within our waters that are not in any way aliens. It's possible that they are also children of this planet, and it's possible that they evolved to live underwater, while our species, Homo sapiens, made the conscious decision to live on land. There is also the intriguing possibility of how bizarre the world would be if it were submerged in the ocean for an extremely long time. Imagine all of the new species of flora and fauna that we would find if we could just explore more of the Earth for a little while, let alone the rest of the universe. However, if the cosmos as a whole follows the pattern seen in our solar system, in which the majority of worlds contain oceans on their interiors, then those oceans are likely to be more conducive to the development of life. The vast majority of life that would develop would take place in those oceans, where it would be completely isolated from the knowledge that there is a universe. Recent images of Jupiter that were taken by the JWST are absolutely breathtaking. Very quickly it will begin aiming for its moons, and then it will move on to Saturn and its moons. Soon we will have more information regarding the oceans that are found on these moons. Who knows, but there's a good chance we'll find life on other planets. In the meantime, humanity must continue to work on the development of technologies that will allow us to explore the farthest reaches of its oceans. This ought to keep us rooted in reality, and this ought to keep us in a state of humility. If they wanted to be found, they would have made sure it happened a long time ago. If there is an advanced or alien civilization under the water, we should probably just leave them alone, because if they wanted to be found, they would have made sure it happened a long time ago.